when you come in, there's my wreath is a Nativity. And then right inside the door is a very small little one on a cross. And then this is my Advent wreath that now this one right here, actually I got it at a garage sale and I thought it looked like horn, but I can see that it's just resin. But I think it's a kind of an eye-catching piece. Now, she is not really part of my nativity set, but you can see that she says, "More chocolate, please." Then all these here are the very smallest ones that I have. The first row here is all jewelry. The scarf is one I got in Solvang, California, which is a Danish village that does a lot of that kind of work. The little set you're looking at right now are made out of pinto beans. That set is called Holy Frijoles. Then this little set is from Mexico, and if you'll notice, the baby's little bare bottom he's all sleeping all scrunched up. This set here that you're looking at next is our thumbtacks. And so they're just stuck in that box. Now on the second shelf down are a couple of wooden ones. And then the one in the middle, I'll show you how it works. This is a story cube. And you open it up and it begins telling the story. And you just keep turning it until the story is told, until you get to the end. And there it is.
That's something.
Now these two down here on the bottom are the ones I have for my cat. And she frequently gets the pieces and carries them around. As a matter of fact, 2 years ago, she took baby Jesus and he has not returned. I have no idea what piece of furniture he might be under. But this piece is by Jim Shore, who's an American artist. These were all original carvings, but now, of course, they're resin. Each piece has a different scene on it and also a different quilt pattern. And so you can see all the different scenes there. This is a triptych that I got in New Mexico, I think. And you may be familiar with the willow tree. This set here is willow tree. I think a lot of people have their angels. And then over here, this piece is from Nepal, and their animal would be the water buffalo. And then this one is from the Philippines, I think. The two on this shelf are from Alaska.
And how long did you live in Alaska?
I was in Alaska for 24 years. Then on the bottom, this one right there is from Hawaii. It's made out of a coconut shell. And The other piece is like a Sunday school project made out of popsicle sticks.
Yeah.
This piece right here is quilted. My secretary made that one for me.
Mm.
And then we can move right around here. This one is sort of unusual, the mobile. And then a little bag. On the wall, my sister is an artist, and she did those 3 pieces. So the painting is one my sister did, and the one on the left she also did. Did you get that one right up there? And then she also did this one that's on top of that shelf. That's probably a little more the way Mary actually looked, a little more Middle Eastern. Then on this top shelf here that's a kiva. It's from a pueblo in New Mexico, I think. All of those different pieces. And the piece the next one is from Guatemala. I got many of these at free trade stores. The open card there is from the Philippines. That one back there is, well, that's some sort of a seed pod, and then the 8-piece set, those are all symbols. And then okay, I have a tree skirt here that's a nativity. Then on this top shelf, we'll come to the totem later, but the picture on the wall is from a native Alaskan. He's a Yupik Eskimo. I've got several of his art pieces. And then the one on the corner, the 3-piece one, is from on the right. Those are gourds from Peru. If you pick it up and shake it, you can still have seeds in it, so those are gourds. The next shelf down are Matryoshka dolls. I got that at a free trade store, but they're from Russia. And then those paper mache ones are from Vietnam, I think. That bottom shelf, I'm not sure where they're from. I got them at a garage sale. But each piece has a bird with an eye painted on it. Each piece is unique. I think maybe they're from Bolivia or somewhere like that. Then moving over the baby and the Native American artist in Alaska made that for me. And then this Fontini set is, a replica of the larger Fontanini set. I looked for a set when I was in Africa, but I could only find the one baby in the manger there. At the top, I got those 3 Hollywood pieces when I was in Israel. And then the painting is from that same Native American artist from Alaska. Then here is a Christmas tree that has a lot of very, very small ones on it. probably the most unique one is actually the oldest one I have. I got in 1978, and it's made out of an actual eggshell. And let's see, then let's go around over here. Okay, this top piece here, this is what's called Nyqua Art. And what that means is the artist paints it from the inside. He or she puts the brush inside the globe and paints the scene that way. The second piece on the second shelf are again from probably Guatemala. All the ones on the bottom shelf are from Mexico or New Mexico, somewhere in the western part of the United States. Then the top pieces, that's an American set. The very small ones with the basket behind it are from Vietnam. The little carved out piece is from a pine nut shell, and it's carved on the inside, that one that looks like ivory on the inside. The little 3-piece on the right, the little smaller pieces are from Western North Carolina clay, from some artisan there. And then a friend of mine made the stained glass one at the back there, and then that tall one is a bell. The black one is again from Vietnam. On the top shelf here, this is a music box and snow globe. You wind it up and it plays something. And then this piece right there, I got it at a garage sale, but I really like it. It's a little bit translucent, and then on the bottom shelf, in the back, those two are from Peru. People in a fishing boat, and then the whole world in his hands. And then the little pieces up front are from Mexico. I like that one. Little baby Jesus has his little legs crossed. And I think, except for the totem, and let me get this poem here. This totem is a replica of a 13-foot totem that was made from a yellow cedar. A friend of mine was appointed to the church in Ketchikan, which has a totem park in it, but he was also serving in Metlakatla, which is a Tsimshian tribe, and when he was looking at totems one night, he realized that what totems are is really the way the natives told their stories. It's sort of like an outline for the story. And the early missionaries thought they were idols, and so they made them destroy them. But my friend decided that if he could study enough, he could find out how to put the stories of Christmas in a totem. And so that's just what he did. And then he wrote a poem about it. And as I read the poem, Bill, you might be able to find different pieces that I'm talking about. My friend, behold the carving, now open up your soul, and you will learn the legend of the Christmas totem pole. Now the ancient Tsimshian had books for all to see, for when they wrote a story, they carved it from a tree. While gazing at old totems one Christmas dreamingly, I beheld a vision of a strange nativity. Now I sought to hold it, but it escaped my grasp, not till I searched long their culture did it return at last. Yet did some ancient craftsman guide my hands to lift the veil of how he would have carved it if he had only known the tale? From the lore of these people, then let this pole proclaim that great chief of the heavens was their creator's name. Black Raven was his messenger to bring his word, it seems. And Frog at the bottom, the lesser creature, he sent to them in dreams. To a lowly maid came Raven to plan that holy birth, while Frog assured woodcarver her child would bless the earth. An order for a potlatch was given in that day. They journeyed there in dugout through inland waterway. No place was found for shelter except the forest wild, where bear feeds on the berries was born that holy child. Men tending village fish traps heard the raven's song and ran to find a savior promised ere so long. Then traveling to that village came visitors from afar, with gifts for a newborn chieftain being guided by a star. Yet there were those who feared him, and one who wished him dead. But great chief of the heavens had a plan of love instead, so he sent Frog to warn them, and they hid with another clan. He would become their great chief and fulfill his father's plan. Yes, he comes to every people no matter where they live, just as they are, accepts them, his holy love to give. So take him as your chief, my friend, and he shall make you whole. This fulfills the purpose of the Christmas totem pole.